Hello. In this video we are going to talk about Don Quixote's preface. It's a very special thing because usually the first words in the first chapter of Don Quixote are so iconic, so important, that they make a shadow over the preface. And it is not just because Don Quixote's preface is a groundbreaking piece of literature. In Cervantes' time, most of the authors liked to write formal, solemn, elaborated, sophisticated prefaces. It was also customary to have poems or solemn comments from celebrities of the time, nobility or big writers. It was something that to give importance to the work. And remember, it is Baroque time. They like sophistication. They like things full of details. Remember the Baroque music or Baroque art, full of details. So that was the trend in Cervantes' time. But we cannot expect nothing like that in Don Quixote's preface. Actually, from the first line, Cervantes did manage to surprise us, the readers, with very innovative approaches. It's important to know, first of all, that the style and the vocabulary in this novel are not academic, are not cult, are not very formal, sophisticated, not at all. It is just quite the opposite. It is the plain language of the common people, the language you can hear on the streets, on the shops, the language that you can hear dirty jokes and erotic songs or things like that. It is the lowest language at his time. It was something that Cervantes did on purpose, and he also didn't follow all the rules of grammar. He felt free to make the mistakes of the common people. He tried to do this because I think he was appealing to everybody. In his own words, I like to read it textually. His intention was, let the simple not be bored, but may the clever admire your originality. Let the grave men not despise you, but let the prudent praise you. So it's kind of he wants to be entertaining. He wants to be to write something funny, but at the same time with some content. Let the prudent guys praise you. So it seems that he is more concerned about the content than about the trendy presentation. Actually, I have to tell you that conflicting with these good intentions, in Spain, the important academic intellectual peoples, the intellectual elite of Spain, despise Don Quixote and Cervantes, for sure. Actually, they say that it was almost trash. One of them, called Gracian, say that trying to criticize the chivalry novels, finally he did something worse. Well, finally it took almost 1 century, 100 years, for these intellectuals in Spain to recognize the real value of this novel, and that because first foreign intellectuals did it. So they saw that they were English, French people, admiring, praising Don Quixote, and they say, oh, wow, maybe it's important. That's true. So Quixote was first celebrated, intensely celebrated outside Spain, and then in Spain. It's interesting. Well, now let's pay some attention to the specific words of the preface. It shocks to me, the two first words. Idle reader. That's how he addresses us, you and me. Idle reader. Wow. The author might address us, the readers, like friendly reader, nice reader, a smart reader, intelligent reader, whatever, kind reader, but no, he says idle reader. It's well, it is, I don't know, it is like a lack of respect or reverence that the authors should show us, because we are the guys who are paying for the book and who are reading the book, and then we will talk about the book. So how can he dare to call us idle readers? Well, I have two interpretations about that. I don't know what was the real one from in Cervantes' mind, but this is my interpretation. Let's see if you like it. First, this is a kind of a warning from the author to tell us, be aware, I'm going to shake your beliefs. I am not going to be nice and respectful and polite. I'm going to shake you. I'm going to criticize everything that you believe. I'm going to move the ground under your feet. Something like that. It's a warning. Be careful, idle reader, because I'm going to shake you. The second is a warning about the complexity of the novel. Something like to say, well, it's better if you have some spare time. It's better that you don't read this book in a rush. It's better that you have time to reflect on the deepest meaning of this book. You need time to read and read again, to think and rethink the next adventures that are coming in the book. You need time to meditate without mental restrictions in the ideas that the author sneaked in that glorious text, because he does that. He's sneaking in fantastic ideas. Well, after that, Cervantes starts the preface also with fiction. From the beginning, he pretended that he was confusing, facing the task of writing the preface. He said that he was paralyzed. Also, he was considering not publishing the El Quixote because he didn't know how to write the preface. He was confused. And then, of course, this is absolutely fiction, because after writing thousands of pages, the preface could be really a piece of cake. But he wants to play that game. Then he pretended that a friend came to his home and found him thinking about the preface. And then the friend gave him some very good, nice advice about writing prefaces. The whole speech of this friend is a mockery of the solemnity of the typical prefaces. Cervantes puts in the words of this fictional friend funny ways to use Latin sentences. It was very trendy to use sentences in the all Latin language. It was wow, something to make you to feel important from the Roman and Greek classics. He also gave Cervantes in the fiction funny ideas about citation, about suggestions on reference from the Bible. Something very funny that makes you laugh. How can you use the Bible to give more support to your comments? Well, all this fiction was totally a comical criticism on cheap literature pretending to be more important. This cheap literature that thought that the formalities, the show was more important than the content. Yeah. Well, so finally the preface ended with 10 poems. 10 poems written in the fiction by fictional characters from the chivalry literature. And they're funny, they're crazy, they're sometimes ridiculous, but because all the preface is a mockery of the solemn Baroque prefaces so popular in its time. So that's the beginning of El Quixote, a groundbreaking piece of literature just in the preface, breaking all the rules, breaking all, trying to shake us. That's the beginning, and it announces that the chapters that are coming following this are absolutely fascinating, glorious. We will continue. See you soon.